Hello everyone! It's been a while, I know, but let's not talk about it today. Today we're going to a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu competition and I wanted to talk about that martial art. As you might know, Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is a martial art that teaches a smaller person how to defend themselves against a bigger opponent by using different techniques. So if you're into that stuff, stay with me and let's see what it's like. Good morning. Today we came to Brazilian Jiu Jitsu competition. But now we have like 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have breakfast, and after that we're gonna go to the main hall and see what's gonna happen. Yeah, the competition started quite early, around 9 o'clock, and I was still a bit sleepy and hungry, so I decided to try this weird onigiri with pork together with some coffee. Okay, so what is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu? Basically, it's a martial art that mainly focuses on grappling and ground fighting. And I think what's interesting about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is that since it was designed as a means for a smaller or weaker person to successfully defend against a bigger, stronger opponent, your strength, your physical power is less important in Jiu Jitsu as compared to your techniques. That's why, apart from the normal weight categories, there's also a category called absolute, and basically anyone can be in that category. The uniform for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is usually much thicker than any other martial arts uniform. It's also very heavy. As you can see, before the competition, your uniform is really strictly inspected to make sure that it's according to the agreed measurements, and the weight of your uniform is actually considered your weight. So I managed to grab a nice seat in the front row on the front mat, so hopefully I will be able to take good videos. Alright, so now we're gonna see the actual fight. And I also can understand why some people might think something like, wow, it's gross, why are they rolling around on the floor, probably sweating like crazy? But it's an art. Martial art, bitch. I'm just kidding. Not that I can provide any good comments on what's happening, but I just wanted to tell you more about what I actually know. It is still about the uniform. As you can see, all the participants are wearing only 3 colors: white, black and blue, and also the advertisements that they have on their backs and all over their jackets. Actually, it's interesting because the more advertisements you have on your uniform, the cheaper the uniform becomes. Now, actually, a few words about what's going on here right now. I will not go into too many details about the rules because honestly they're too complicated and technical. Let's just outline some basic stuff. So in Jiu Jitsu you are rewarded with points for gaining certain dominant positions and the actions you take to get there. So as you can see on the point screen behind the fighting guys, the guy in the black gi has already managed to get 2 points. Now don't ask me when and how that happened, honestly I won't be able to tell. But apart from normal points, there are also advantage points. As you can see, again, the same guy, apart from his 2 points, he also got 1 advantage point. These are awarded for almost earning points, but they don't have any real weight and can only be used as tiebreakers. Now, Jiu-Jitsu is potentially very dangerous and traumatic sport, which is why moves like striking, punching, grabbing individual fingers, and all kinds of dirty fighting are strictly illegal or prohibited. Honestly, I find it quite fun to watch someone do Jiu-Jitsu in front of me, but the thought of trying it myself kinda terrifies me. I will probably tap out right away and next day will be covered in bruises, because I do bruise easily. Also, I'm not really into rolling on the floor covered in sweat. it's really not my thing. What about you? Would you try Jiu Jitsu? Or are you already doing some kind of martial art? Let me know in the comments. Well, I guess that's it for today. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Also, please check out my blog and my other social media, and I'll see you again next time.